Okay, so I focus on the fact that just because we are all tempted, and some choose to bite the apple and some choose to run away from the apple, it's all a choice. And we all have to live with our choices. But I also am fully aware that if one falls, all can fall at the same time. And that he is a crafty being, that he loves to divide and conquer. And he will find a way to infect and poison and severely hurt every individual that's in your inner circle. Because even though you are something that he really enjoys playing with, at the end of the day, your team is along for the ride. And your team can look like blood relatives, they can look like friends who are considered relatives, they can look like your inner circle, they can look like your spiritual team, your prayer warrior team, they can look like all these individuals that you hold near and dear to your heart. And because he decided to choose you as someone that he has a deep interest in, as I have stated plenty of times before, he's like the best coach ever. He's always looking to recruit. And he is never ever not looking for a way to recruit. And if you know anything about college sports or high school sports, they will find ways to tantalize you and adore you and give you as many girls as you want, parties, cars, whatever, in order to get you to sign that contract. And then there are others that actually come in true and blue and speak to your family and make sure that this is what's going to set you up for the long haul and make sure that you're establishing your grade. But when you're dealing with individuals who are only about making sure that they get the star athlete who has been killing it in any and every situation, and has literally made a name for him or herself, that it goes according to how can I attract you and does trinkets work, uh, this is a way that I can get you. So if I can literally find a way to connect with any and every one that is in your inner circle, or those that you go and you seek counsel from, those that you are considering to be a great deal of importance to you, then that is how I would find a way to bring you down. And not so much as bring you down, but actually, yeah, bring you down. Because it's all about dividing and conquering. And so what happens when you don't take the bite of the apple? But you see that everyone on your team has taken the bite of the apple. That they have allowed themselves to steep really low in order to gain access through you, and are willing to make some really reckless moves in order to establish themselves by stepping over you and climbing over you. And then when they see that, he has grown bored of them, or his real interest is really you, because it's all about a conquering. It's all about a way of trying to literally chase and hunt until you actually able to get that buck, get that beautiful deer, get that beautiful animal, get that beautiful gazelle, in order to sit you up on a shelf to say that I've conquered this individual. And of course, we can all play the game of possum, where we can pretend to be dead in order for that individual to no longer have an interest, or we play upon according to what it is that they think that it is, but it really isn't that, in order to be able to go, to be set free. It could be a numbers game in order to accumulate as many individuals as he possibly can in his kingdom, or it can just be a game of bragging rights. But at the end of the day, when you look back and you notice that there was a team, that there was a family, that there was a solid, structured unit, and they took some blows because this entity decided that he wanted you. And even though you may have been chosen, they wanted to be chosen. And he knew exactly how to play on each and every individual's intelligence, because it's not checkers, it's chess. And some individuals are knights, some individuals are pawns, some individual is the queen, and some individuals are the king. And the whole point is to take over and to dominate and to control and just have more slaves up under him. what I have heard all morning was everybody deserves redemption. And there is no need to ever gloat. There is no need to ever make anyone feel less than. There is no need to ever make anyone feel like, I knew you was that way, da da da. All of that is unnecessary. Because what's really valuable in the situation is that we learn lessons. And even though as a unit, as a lineage, as a bloodline, as a team, we took some blows, but we were able to get right back up. And sometimes when you're on the court or on the field and you, I don't want to say tear your ACL or you bust your shoulder or you pop a collarbone, but when you take a real deep hit, your team stops. A real team is not trying to find a way to get over on you. A real team is not trying to find a way to come up on the fact that you are hurt. A real team knows that each and every one is given a position and a place on that team. And if they work together in unison as one, and each one plays their part, either you be the point guard or you be the quarterback or you be, I don't know, a linebacker, or you, I don't know, 3 points, I don't know, but like whatever position that you're playing, you know, either you're the star of the team where you are needed and you are on point and you are there at the press meetings, you're there when you take that blow, you are there when you guys are winning, you're there when you guys are losing. You know that you're a team. And sometimes I think it's easy for him to come in and step in and divide and conquer a unit, a team, a family. But how do you get back to each other? You know, how do you pick yourselves all back up and become a stronger unit? Instead of looking at it as, this person didn't have my back, this person sold me out to the devil, this person was all gung-ho to make sure that I would be literally crucified and all types of things. You can look at it as, how do I restore it? You know, how do I restore the faith in all of us? How do I pick us all back up? How do I get us out of a stage of shame and guilt? How do I get us to come back as a unit? How do I get us to learn from the fact that, hey, we didn't do too good on those last few pickups, you know, like that last game was not looking good for us. We need to do better if we want to make it to the playoffs or we want to make it to the Super Bowl. We need to do better. And it's like it's okay, you know. It's okay that you chose the glitter. It's okay that you chose the shiny object. It's okay that you fell for his tricks and his trades. It's okay. Now, how do we get back to a place where we can heal? How do we get back to a place where we can restore? How do we get back to a place where I still believe in you and I still know that you are better than what this is, and how we can learn from our mistakes? We can learn from our past decisions. How do we now see that we were bamboozled by a counterfeit? How do we learn from the mistakes in order to be better in the future? In order to be better for the lineage? In order to be better for the offspring? In order to be better for the children's that are coming after us? I never gave up on us. Yes, I was a sacrificial lamb, and it was a horrible, and it has still been a horrible experience. But that doesn't mean that I don't believe in family. I don't believe in team. I don't believe in the team. I don't believe in the unit. I believe that some of us have made some contracts and some covenants, and some of us can't get out of it. But some of us can. Or some of us have not even made any covenants or contracts. We just sat there and we weathered the storm. We sat there and we dealt with blow after blow and spiritual warfare and gang stalking and pain and abuse and just horrific things in so many different realms of this world. But at the same time, we got back up every day. We kept staying in prayer. We kept believing that this family can be stronger once we're able to get back together. We can believe that this team will be way better, that the next time we get our chance at our shot at the playoffs, so next time we get our chance at our shot at the Super Bowl, we're gonna take it there. It's not gonna be us just trying to get to the Super Bowl. It's not gonna be us trying to get to the playoffs. It's gonna be us winning the championship, winning everything. So instead of us focusing on why we are where we at right now, and how we got there, and the decisions that we had to make, and does this person hate me? Why doesn't this person talk to me anymore? Why is this person so distant now? We're also scattered and divided, which speaks about it in scripture, how the tribes of Israel were scattered. I believe we all had to be tested and tried, and it's okay that some of us took a bite of the apple, but we also found a way to repent. We also found a way to be forgiven. We also found a way to find our way back to the Father, and now we can build a stronger tribe, because he showed his hand. He showed his hand, and he showed a very valuable play in his playbook. And now we're stronger. We're stronger even divided. But how dope and amazing will we be if we come together? Forgiveness is very important. I learned that when you hold on to pain and anger and angst, first off, it does not look good on your skin. I don't care what no one says. If you walk around with some emotional stuff inside you, it will show in your skin. And we don't want our biggest and largest and amazing organ to look like that. So we want to make sure that we put our best foot forward. And that means that we have to show up and make sure that we are balanced spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, so that we can be our best in any given situation. And it's okay to fall, but it's not okay to stay down for too long. Learn from the fall. Learn from the pain. Learn from, I don't want to refer to it as a mistake, but learn from the decision that you made, and why you're there, how you got there, how long you're going to intend to stay there, and what you can do to remove yourself from that situation so that you don't end up in that situation ever again. And how you can be better the next time, the next go around, the next round. Either you're stepping in a ring, or you're stepping on a field, or you're stepping on a court, or it's just your regular day of life that you're showing up as. And just know that it's okay. Just get back up. And trust is very hard. It should be something that is earned, and respect as well should be earned. But it's not a necessity to stay in anguish with someone. It's not a necessity to stay in a place of pain. They showed you their hand. They showed you who they are and what they're about. And you accept people, meet people at the place that they are at. And as I stated before, just because you are forgiving people does not mean that you need to reset the same team up. It does not mean that you need to continue forth with the same exact mindset that you had before you stepped into the arena, before you stepped in on the court or on the field. You can choose better for yourself next time and next go around. Just believe in yourself and know that if you were capable to do this and go through this and endure this, imagine what you're capable of now that you've learned these lessons, now that you've already went through that part of that ordeal. As I stated before, you've dealt with a counterfeit. You're stronger. You went through a battle and you still came out together, okay. So imagine what you can do now going forth with what you've learned from that battle. I love you. You got this. And keep going. And get back up.